Thank you for watching Syrian Eats. Today I am going to make a roast with vegetables and chicken broth, and it is served with vermicelli rice. I'm going to show you the ingredients that we are going to use. Right here I have the Steak and Shop seasoning. I like to put this on meats. It actually gives it a really good flavor. I have seasoned salt to season up our vegetables. We're gonna use 1/3 cup of Worcester sauce. I have here 1/4 of a cup of tomato paste, 1 teaspoon of sweet pepper paste, and 1/2 teaspoon of hot pepper paste. And you can always, add more or less of the sweet and hot. It just depends if you like your food spicy or mild. I have 2 boxes of 32 ounce each of organic chicken broth, and any chicken broth will do. I have about 6 Yukon Gold potatoes. I peeled them and just cut them in half and then cut them. So basically I cut them in 4 pieces. Each potato was 4 pieces. I have 6 carrots here, and I have about 3 pounds of sirloin tip roast. You want to pick a meat that will be very tender. Usually a sirloin tip roast or a tender roast, those usually do very well for a roast in the oven. And then I have 2 medium onions diced right here. And then I have my Pyrex, because that's where everything is gonna go. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna start out with seasoning our vegetables, and then we are gonna start seasoning our meat. I'm gonna go ahead and measure about 1/3 of a cup of the Worcester sauce. I feel like it gives it a little bit of flavor, and then it tenderizes the meat a little bit. So you're just gonna go ahead and pour it on top of the meat. And I like to let it set for at least 20 to 30 minutes. So as soon as it sets, we will go ahead and season it. Make sure you get it coated all over with that Worcester sauce. Yes, just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up, and we're gonna leave it for about 30 minutes in the refrigerator, and then we will be able to season it back up. Okay, so after it's been in the fridge for about 30 minutes, it is ready to start seasoning up our meat. I'm gonna start first with the Weber Steak and Shop seasoning. Okay, so after we seasoned our vegetables and we seasoned our meat, I went ahead and sliced the meat, and I placed it sliced, so whenever it's out of the oven, it's ready to serve. I don't have to slice it hot. And that way it gives a chance for the meat to rest after it coming out of the oven. Okay, so you're gonna rub the pepper paste in the meat, just like this, and we're gonna do the same thing with the tomato paste. I just feel like it gives it a little flavor, and then our broth is not just yellow, it has a little touch of red to it, which I love. So just kind of coat the meat evenly like this. And same thing with the tomato paste. Okay, now that we're ready to add our chicken broth, I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in. And you want enough just to fill your Pyrex. It just depends on the size of the Pyrex. I got 2 boxes because sometimes 1 box isn't enough. So it just depends on how big the Pyrex is and how big your meat is. So I ended up using probably a box and maybe 1/3 of chicken broth. You just want to fill it up all the way to the rim. And then we are going to cover it with foil, and I like to put a pan underneath it when I put it in the oven, because sometimes as it boils, it sometimes drips, and you don't want your oven to get dirty. We're gonna set our oven to 400 degrees. We're gonna let it come to a boil for about 30 minutes. Then we're gonna reduce it down to 250 for about 3 to 4 hours. We let it cook for about 3 to 4 hours on 250 degrees. I set my oven to 400 for the first 30 minutes, and then I let it cook for about 3.5 to 4 hours on 250 degrees. And this is how our dish looks. And you're gonna cook vermicelli rice right next to it. I think I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video that I went ahead and tossed my vegetables in seasoned salt, and then I went ahead and put it in the Pyrex before I put the meat on top of it. This is the ultimate comfort food, especially in the winter. Hope you enjoyed watching my video. Subscribe for more videos.